Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a very amazing personality. I've started listening to his lectures just 7 days ago, and I was very impressed. I thought it would be a great opportunity for me um, to bring it to my audience. So his name is Agha Shomali. He did his education from Theoretical Center from 2007 till 2015. Later, he went to University of Cambridge, where he did psychology, philosophy first, MPhil, from 2015 to 16. Then he did his PhD, and then he did another PhD in counseling psychology from 2021 to 24. So that means it's going on. Assalamu alaikum, Agha Sahab.
Wa alaikum salam. I hope you're well. Salam alaikum also to everyone who is watching.
So, starting from your early childhood days, what type of kid you were? Like, from the starting days, you were this amazing, or do you remember your days back that you were like a very different kind of a child, or you were normal going to school? Did you love doing education? What kind of child you were?
So I don't think I'm amazing now, that's first thing, but when I was a child, I was very naughty. So I was super naughty. I was good at school always. I found school easy, but I was very naughty in the school as well. So that's the kind of kid I was. Yeah.
Okay, so at what age you decided that Islam and going to theological center, going for religious studies or a bit of religious studies, what was that defining moment where you decided that this is my line?
Yeah, so I was around like 15, 16 years old. We were in London back then, and I wanted to study finance. And my best friend from home, like my childhood friend, he said, Javad, I'm going to Hawza. Well, would you want to come? Initially, it was just like that. It was like, okay, my best friend is going. I might as well go. It wasn't that obvious for me that this is the best thing. It's just my best friend was going. And also that summer, I was listening to a lecture series. I felt a little bit connection to religion. I was like, okay, I'm feeling connected to religion. My best friend's going, might as well go and see what happens. And then when I went after a year or two, I started realizing, no, actually, this is very interesting. And funnily enough, the friend who convinced me to go, he left the Hawza after a year. But I mean, a lovely person still, but he decided to go somewhere else. But I continued and I really liked it. And the more it went on, the more I started liking religion more. And one of the things, for example, I really loved about the Hawza was that so many people were there with beautiful intentions to improve themselves. You would wake up 6 in the morning, you would see there are either some people in the library, some people are praying. And I like this vibe of people taking their life seriously, trying to either educate themselves or that. Yeah, that really, I think, had an impact on me.
Right. So traditionally, a bachelor's is of 4 years, somewhere it's 3 years. What is the Hawza education? How long it is, and why is it so long?
Yeah, it's really long. Although I'm not familiar with, like, for example, other countries, etc. And the experience as well, even in Qom, for people who come from other countries, it's different because, masalan, first they need to learn Farsi, so it's a little bit different to the system for Iranians. It's actually better for non-Iranians. For non-Iranians, it's shorter. But for us, and it's a very good. Some of my friends who came from London or other places to Qom, they had, I think, a nicer experience. But for us, it was 9 years to get a degree in Hawza that is equal to a bachelor's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 9 years of getting something that's equivalent to a bachelor's, and because there's so much knowledge, right? So you learn Arabic, like in detailed Arabic, you know what I mean? Like to the extent, masalan, the equivalent in English would be if not only you could read Shakespeare, but analyze Shakespeare's text. So really deep Arabic, then logic, history, kalam, philosophy, fiqh, usul. So it's a lot of topics, and it's one degree, but you're covering so many different topics, and hence it takes a long time.
Right. So when you moved back to UK,
Yeah.
like how did you decide now I need to do a master's after, like usually the track would be do Islamic studies, wear the Aba Kaba Amama, which is very respectable, and then get into the field. Why coming back to the university?
Yeah, well, yeah, so I was very interested in certain topics. مثلا Islamic history was very interesting for me. And so I had the experience of studying in the Hawza, which although even after I came back, I continued through online classes, through my teachers. Even here in the London, I used to teach in the Hawza. So I tried to, I was like, oh, I'm doing this. I've been in Hawza, I've taught, I'm teaching in Hawza. Let me try the academic way of studying Islam as well. Let's see what is it like in university. So initially when I went to Cambridge, I got a degree in it was kind of like a historical approach to Islamic fiqh and jurisprudence. So I did 1 year of that, and that was very beautiful experience. And I saw, okay, we have some good methods here as well to study Islam. For someone who has that background of traditional studies, this is very useful. Like it opens their eyes to a whole new way of looking at things. It also helps you with your academic skills, with your research skills, writing. So that was what got me to, I was like, okay, there's still more I can learn here. Another thing is when I got to Cambridge, it was a very interesting place, and I had never seen anything like it. It's a center of knowledge. Like every week, you may have 20, 30 different conferences on any topic, from Islam, from philosophy, from mental health, from the world of economics, from, everything that you may be interested what's happening in the world. There's a chance that 2, 3 seminars or conferences are happening that week in one of the colleges. So that really woke me up to the fact that, oh wow, I need to take myself seriously. I need to educate myself. I realize so many things I don't know. You would sit down with some people, they would start talking about, yeah, this person said that, this is what's happening in that country. I was like, oh, I don't know any of this. So I got very motivated to learning. That year, I started reading really heavily. I was like, I need to catch up with people. So that's why I decided to do a PhD there as well. And then, yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so now comes to like a bit of difficult questions. So there will be case studies coming in. So
Sure.
imagine a 12-year-old is listening to you, right?
Yeah.
He does not like studying. He does not like his school. He does not like the way things go. What would be the best approach for a 12-year-old to get into studies or make his life clear? Not get into study. That's his option. He does not like studying.
Yeah. I would say that if you don't like studying, I'm talking to that 12-year-old directly, chances are you're a very smart kid. Because usually the kind of people who are okay with school are mediocre people. And for those who are smart, even if they go to school, they know this is not an interesting system. The smart ones are always bored at school. So if you feel like you're not happy about this education, it could be that you're actually a very interesting person. So I would tell them, then I would have to talk to them, see what are they interested in. What is their plan for their life? And from their own mind, try to find the next step. Maybe this person is very excited in doing certain things that now they can't see the link between school and this. Or you can show them, because sometimes, yes, and if you want their school is the way, or maybe they want something else, another route is. So we have to talk to that person, see what excites them, what interests them, and then from there show them the next step. Although it could also very much be the case that actually school would help them get to their goal, but they need to see it. Otherwise, school is just something I do, as opposed to school being a way for me to get to where I want to go. And it's so important for us to see the end goal. Otherwise, it's years of torture. So, so I think I would talk to them and try to see what are they interested in, what are their questions, and take it from there.
Okay. So the next case study is an 18-year-old has or her done his A levels. Now he or she needs to go to a university.
Yeah.
but he is unable to decide the field. And
Mm.
he asked Ali Bhai, Raza Bhai, Fala brother, and everyone says, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. He's confused. At the end of August, he's sitting and he's saying, I don't know which field to select. Why does this happen? And how can he find a conclusion?
So it's very natural for us at the age of 18 not to know what do we want to do with our life. And believe me, most people don't know. Even the ones who are seriously pursuing it, they're in it after something else. Masalan, they've heard this field will lead to money. They like money. They may not like that field. So as an 18-year-old, it's totally fine not to know. There are some ways to try and figure out what we would enjoy. One way, for example, is see, is there anyone in any field that you look up to? مثلا say, oh, that person I'm interested when I watch their TED Talks, or, that shows that there is something there that you find attractive. Or maybe talking to family and friends, not telling them what should I do, but asking them, what do you think I would be good at? مثلا someone may say, you know what, I've seen that you analyze people very well. Maybe you have some masalan talents for being a psychologist. So you can talk to people, what am I good at? You can see who are the people you look up to. What are the kind of books you would like to read, the kind of movies you would like to watch, masalan, what kind of masalan, or documentaries. From these, trying to figure out if you can see what is it that you want to do. But it is possible that after all of this, you still don't know what you want to do. To those people, I would say it doesn't matter. It's too soon to know. Baba, many people don't know and they're already 30 years old. Just pick one thing and try your best at it. Pick a field, go to university, 4 years, yani undergraduate, for many people, it's an opportunity to find themselves. It will teach you so many things. It will teach you discipline. It will teach you how to read, how to write, research skills. 4 years you have, and then you'll slowly figure yourself out. So if you're confused, choose one thing and decide to be very good at that. It will give you another opportunity, another 3 years or 4 years, depending on how long bachelor's is. Then you'll have time. And so many people figure themselves out when they're 25. So, yeah.
Okay. So this was very nice for 18 years. But now let's come to the difficulty level will be getting more and more, right? So
Yeah.
now it comes to 22. He
Mm.
wants to get married, right? He says he listened to Maulana. He said that get married, nikah is your thing. If you do it, you will get yourself away from haram. But he says that nobody is interested. His parents don't think that you don't earn anything. Like this is very common in Pakistan that people do not start earning till 22.
Mhm.
So at the age of 20, you have all the spark of marriage. You have people coming in your way. You want to get married, but you don't have the possibilities of it. So when I asked Maulana about it, when I was at that age, when I was unmarried, so he said that the only solution is marriage. But if there are no possibilities, then you can do wuzu, right? You can do as much wuzu you can do, and that might save you. So this is the question now. Let's come to a 22-year-old.
We have a 22-year-old now. Does he want to get married or not? Yani he wants to get
He
married.
wants to get married. He wants to get into a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, yani one of our needs is to be in a relationship, be understood, talk to someone. So that is totally fine. Although I would say don't look at this as it's a very simple human thing. It's very good to want a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. And if it's possible to, and I would actually talk to the parents as well. I'll make it easier for people who want to be in a relationship. When I was about to get married, I wrote to my wife's and her family. I said, Babin, Alon, right now I'm a student. I'm not earning that much. I've got very little money, but I'm very hardworking. I will work later. I don't hope I'm a student. What can I do? I will work. I care about you. I will try to provide a good life in the future. Right now, this is where I am. And they said that, no, we don't mind. As long as you're a decent person, you're hardworking, the fact that you don't have money, it's not that you're lazy. You're studying. They had no issues with it. They supported us a few years. We had a very humble life. Slowly, things got better. So I would also tell that to the families that part of the reason your children are getting married, it's your fault. Putting so many difficult expectations on them. But for that person, I was saying, hala, be open about it. Hala, whether you get married 22, 23, it's not the end of the world. You're young, believe me. Alon, you can do so much in the world. You can study, you can educate yourself. And if an opportunity came, you met someone who's very, who understands you, whose families match, then you can slowly, slowly go talk to them. Inshallah, God will sort it out. But don't be stressed about it. Well, even if it works out, alhamdulillah. Even if not, you have so much to do in that age. Read, educate yourself. Inshallah, you'll get married. Then you will have no time to read. So every age, there are certain things we can do that later on we look back and like, I didn't do enough. Right? So if Alan, you don't educate yourself, learn languages, learn a skill. If marriage doesn't happen, later on when you get married, then your wife will be so proud of you, or your husband will be like, oh, what an amazing partner I have. Yeah.
Okay. So as we know, these days are of Azadari, and Muharram is all about talking about Maula Ali, Maula Hussain, getting into religious gatherings. You don't get a chance, if even you don't get a chance all the year, the Muharram is the ideal thing. One of the Sunni host, Ahl Sunnat host in Pakistan used to say a very, very beautiful thing that I just want to make a base of this question. He used to say that if an expensive mobile is there and a cheap mobile is there, both of them will need charging. That's the main thing. So, for example, and you need regularly, right? So that is the concept. Whether you are so good or whether you are not so good, still you will be needing 5 times salah, and that's the charging for your life. But then sometimes you need a booster when the mobile is dead. You need to put in something and make it back again, and that's, I think, Muharram for us. For him, he was saying Ramzan is, but Muharram and Ramzan both, I think, for the community, it is, and it gives you the boost, and you can come back and think. So what is the definition of Azadari coming from, like, I want to hear from a religious person that what Azadari means for you.
That's a very good question. And if it's okay, let me answer it this way. What does it mean to me? To me, what Azadari means is that Ahl Bayt are a very beautiful family, beautiful souls with beautiful akhlaq. And I'm not saying that as a cliche, because for many of us, this is still not clear. We don't know in what ways were they so beautiful, so respectful, so, people of dignity, people of gentleness, people of forgiveness. A lot of their qualities is not still clear for us, but they are very beautiful people. They're the people of courage, the people of peace, the people who know how to go through difficulties of life without your back breaking, how to deal with anxieties. These, they have so many qualities that we need every day in our life. Many of us, we're going through life, we're scared, we feel lonely, we get anxious. The Ahl Bayt to me are a family whose soul is pure from these things. Now, for me, I know that by bringing my soul to their presence, slowly, slowly, my soul will change as well. So Azadari for me is an opportunity to connect to this beautiful family emotionally by remembering them, remembering what they went through, so that as a result of this connection with them, slowly, slowly, my soul gets their fragrance. Masalan, if you, I don't know, masalan, if you carry perfume for a while, masalan, slowly, slowly, your hand will smell nice. Yani when you're next to something that smells nice, you also smell nice. So Azadari is an opportunity for me to get close to these beautiful souls, and when you're next to them, naturally you will change. And this is how I know if my Azadari was accepted or not. If after my Azadari, I become a better person, I become kinder to my family, because that's how Imam Hussein was. If I become more patient, because that's how Lady Zainab Salamullah alayha was. If as a result of my Azadari, I see that, oh, I'm changing, I know, alhamdulillah, it was accepted. So this is what it means to me.
Right. Okay, so now we'll go to wrap up the show, because I know your time is, these are precious days and you have taken out the time. It's an honor for me. Um, just coming from the female side, just a question. Uh, I have heard about a riwayat that Bi Fatma, somebody came to Bi Fatma and asked who is the best woman or who is an ideal woman. So she replied that the one who does not see a Namera Mard and a Namera Mard does not see them back. What does this mean? And in our community, in our society, how can we, living in the Western world, how can we apply this?
Yeah. This is one of those hadiths which is misunderstood by some people. Masan, they think that this means that women should not come to the society, even though we know Lady Fatima was out in the society. You know, Masalan, there were certain years in which Imam Ali alayhi salam was at home, Lady Fatima would go out preaching the message of the Ahl Bayt and Wilaya. So what does she mean? She means is this, and this is for both men and women. She says, oh, you're a man, you're a woman. Hope there are certain features that makes you a man and woman, but these are not the most important things about you. Right? At the end of the day, whether I'm a man or masalan, a woman, we are both souls created by God. So Ahl Bayt says, this is what makes you special. Yes, you have a body, this body has features, although it could be either a male or a female, but what makes you important, what makes you special is regardless of your whether you're male or female, is that you're a soul with ideas, with and a soul created by God. So they're telling us both, whether with men or women, when you come to the society, come as a beautiful soul. Don't come with your body, come with your ideas. It doesn't mean don't come out, but it says the important aspect of us when we come out should be our ideas, our personality, what our soul is, not what our body is, right? So it's not at all that you should stay at home or what. No, it means the way you come out should be that when people look at you, they see, oh, this is a beautiful soul. As opposed to, and this is for both men and women, as opposed to a beautiful body. A body, it's a gift we give back to God. Who we really are is our personalities, our ideas, the way we see the world. So Lady Fatima says, bring these to the world. Share these with the world. But come out. We need everyone to be in the society, but in this way. Well, this is my understanding of it.
Right. Um, the last question would be, I was listening to one of the very famous religious scholars in Pakistan, Maulana Kumail Madri. He said he went to Ayatollah Sistani and he asked him that, do you have any message for me to communicate to my community back in Pakistan? Ayatollah Sistani said, just go and tell them that I do not only need best alimidin, I need best IT engineers, I need best doctors. That anyone asks that who is the best doctor in Pakistan? He's a Shia. Who is the best media person? He's a Shia. Who is the best doctor? He's a Shia. Who is the best engineer? He's a Shia. So I need every good field, like every person to be the best in his field. And that can only come with education and skill. So if you can light some shade on this, the importance of education.
No, beautiful. I think Said Sistani said it so beautifully, and that's very true. See, what the duty we have in life is that for every single one of us, God has given something to us that only we can bring to the world. مثلا in Dua Arafah, Imam Hussein says, the time of our birth, the country of our birth, none of this is accidental. The reason we came to this world, the reason we came to a particular place in the world is that there's something inside us that country, that place, the world needs. So God has created us to fulfill something. In other words, God says from this moment onwards, the world cannot go on without you. That's why you're born. Every person who comes to this world, God is saying from this point onwards, the world cannot survive without you. We need you. Cool. Now you come to this world, you've come with a mission. How do you know that mission? You find it inside yourself. Yani there's a pull inside you that tells you, this is what I need to be doing in my life. And for every person, that's different, right? The world needs so many different roles. We need doctors, we need journalists, we need lawyers, we need engineers, people in media, we need sports people, right? But every single one of us, that role is very important for us to find it and then pursue it. That would be our gift to the world, and that's what makes us special. you know. And دیگه we spoke a little bit about how even inshallah you will find it. Yani, we even have a dua from Imam Sajjad and Lady Fatima. They say, Allahumma sta'amilni fima khalaqtani lah. God, use me in that thing for which you've created me. If you say this prayer slowly, slowly, God will show you. مثلا ببین Jawad, you have to go to this field. نمیدونم Reza, you have to go there, right? So every one of us has a role. The world needs us. And when we go there, by the way, when you find your own place, أصلا life changes. Time flies quickly. You're never bored. You're always excited about life. It becomes so beautiful. And may inshallah God enable all of us to find it and pursue it.
It was wonderful talking to you. Really, the topic you have also chosen at Masjid Ali, I will take this opportunity to call everyone if it's possible and they're living near London. There's Masjid Ali in Luton, where you can come and Maulana sits around 8 o'clock in the evening. So you can come and listen to his beautiful lectures. He's talking more about how beautiful soul you have rather than a body. And those lectures, I've been listening most of them, and they have been wonderful, and they're like life-changing lectures. You can also watch them on YouTube. I'll be sharing the link as well of Masjid Ali. If you want to watch it on the YouTube channel, you can. Sheikh, it was a pleasure. It's an honor for me. You were with me, and you. I know these are really busy days. You're doing your research. You want to deliver the best content, and taking out this 30 minutes. It's a big thing you have put on me, which I don't know how can I
Yes,
like.
no, thank you so much. I really appreciated this opportunity you gave me to talk to you, and also the lovely people who are watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And inshallah, I hope we get to talk again.
Yeah, Jazakallah. Thank you so much. If you like the video, you can subscribe and support the channel. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.